There will never be another Eli Manning.
Today it begins. Eli Manning, his first NFL start. You talked to Eli Manning about what he has to do in this game. He said two things.
Play fast. Play fast. Don't worry about mistakes. Just play hard. Play fast.
Manning over the middle. Has his first touchdown, and it's shocking.
Picture this. It's draft day 2004. The #1 pick in the entire NFL draft refuses to play for the team that selected him. The boos are deafening. They call him spoiled, entitled, a coward. 4 years later, he's facing an 18-0 New England Patriots team, the greatest dynasty ever assembled, chasing the only perfect season in modern NFL history. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, perfection itself. And Eli Manning crushes their dreams twice. There will never be another Eli Manning. Chapter 1. The Rise. The Weight of a Name. Eli Manning wasn't just born into a football family. He was born into the NFL's royal bloodline. His father, Archie, was a legend. His oldest brother, Cooper, was a star wide receiver whose promising football career was cut short in college due to spinal stenosis. His middle brother, Peyton, was already becoming one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. And then there was Eli, the youngest, the quiet one, the one who looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Growing up in New Orleans, Eli didn't just live in Peyton's shadow. He lived in the shadow of what Cooper could have been. Every throw was compared. Every game was analyzed. The pressure was suffocating. But Eli had something different, a stillness, an unshakable calm that you couldn't teach. While Peyton commanded the room, Eli just worked. They called him Easy Eli and Easy E, not because he took things easy, but because of how effortlessly calm he stayed under pressure. Nothing rattled him. Nothing fazed him. The high school assassin. At Isidore Newman High School, Eli wasn't just another quarterback. He was a phenom with skills that separated him from everyone else. His high school coach, Frank Gindusa, saw it immediately. He had a calming influence. If there was pressure on him, for being a Manning, for being a freshman, he never felt it.
Now there's a new kid in town. His name is Eli Manning.
Eyewitness Sports has learned that Newman quarterback Eli Manning has chosen to follow in his father and brother Cooper's footsteps and will take him to Oxford.
Today, Archie's youngest son Eli decided to follow in his footsteps.
While other high school quarterbacks panicked under pressure, Eli had textbook mechanics thanks to Archie's influence. His footwork was college level. His pocket presence was NFL ready. He could read defenses like a 10-year veteran. His deep ball accuracy was something local reporters called unusual for a teenager. But what really set Eli apart wasn't just the arm strength or the football IQ inherited from growing up in a football dynasty. It was his composure, his consistency. Gindusa said it best. Eli is just so laid back and carefree, doesn't let a lot of things bother him. He doesn't get rattled. Unlike Peyton, who was physically dominant and fiery in high school, Eli was steady, reliable, mistake-free. Coaches often said he was the type of quarterback who wouldn't lose you the game. He led by what he did, not what he said. He made us a better team and made the players around him better, Coach Gindusa recalled. Over 4 years at Newman, Eli threw for 7,389 yards and 89 touchdowns. He was named Gatorade Circle of Champions Louisiana Player of the Year and a Parade All-American as reported by multiple outlets. By his senior year, he was one of the top recruits in the country. But the comparisons to Peyton and the memory of what Cooper could have been never stopped. Ole Miss and building a legacy. Eli chose Ole Miss, Archie's school. The pressure intensified. Could he live up to his father's legacy? Could he step out from Peyton's shadow? He did more than that. He dominated.
Manning, play action, going to the end zone, got his man, touchdown, Kerry Johnson.
Manning has a man.
Wow, what a throw was that.
Manning drops back, scrambling, diving for the end zone, touchdown, Ole Miss.
Over 4 years, Eli threw for 10,119 yards and 81 touchdowns. both school records at the time. He set or tied 45 school records as a Rebel. His 829 career completions were the most in Ole Miss history. He led the Rebels to a 10-3 record his senior year, their best season in decades. And in 2003, Eli's senior year, the awards came pouring in. He won the Maxwell Award as college football's best player. He won the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award as the nation's top senior quarterback. He was SEC Offensive Player of the Year, first team All-SEC. He was a Davey O'Brien Award finalist for the nation's best quarterback, and he finished third in Heisman Trophy voting behind Jason White and Larry Fitzgerald. That season alone, Eli threw for 3,600 yards, another school record. He wasn't flashy. He didn't celebrate. He just won. And by 2004, everyone knew Eli Manning was going first overall in the NFL draft. Draft Day Rebellion, April 24, 2004. The moment that defined everything. The San Diego Chargers had the first pick. They wanted Eli, but Eli didn't want them. The organization was a mess. They'd wasted careers. So Archie Manning made it clear before the draft Eli would not play for San Diego. When Commissioner Paul Tagliabue announced, with the first pick, the San Diego Chargers select Eli Manning, the room exploded. Boos rained down. Eli put on the Chargers hat, looking absolutely miserable. Fans were furious. How dare this entitled kid refuse to play? But Eli didn't flinch. Within an hour, the trade was done. Eli to the Giants for Phillip Rivers and draft picks. He was heading to New York, the biggest stage, the biggest media market, the biggest pressure cooker in sports. His high school coach, Gendusa, had predicted it years earlier. New York is a tough town to play in. If anybody can make it there, he can make it there. He just doesn't let stuff bother him.
Here he is. Eli Manning jogging out of the tunnel, number 10, with a huge ovation here at Giant Stadium.
Come on, we gotta win! Win on three, baby! 1, 2, 3, win!
The struggle begins. Eli's rookie year was brutal. He sat behind Kurt Warner, learning the system. When he finally got his shot on November 21, 2004 against the Falcons, it went terribly. 162 yards and 2 interceptions in a 14-10 loss. He went 1-6 as a starter, finishing with just 6 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, and a 48.2% completion rate. The New York media destroyed him. Fans booed him at Giants Stadium. People questioned if the Giants had made a catastrophic mistake. But then came Week 17. Down against the Dallas Cowboys, Eli threw 3 touchdowns, including a 4-yard game winner to Amani Toomer with 5 seconds to play. A glimpse of something special. A flash of clutch. 2005 brought more promise. Eli took over full-time and led the Giants to 11-5 and an NFC East title. He threw 24 touchdowns, 4th in the NFL. And in November, against the Broncos, he delivered a last-minute touchdown to Amani Toomer, a game-winning drive that became his early signature. But the playoffs? A disaster. The Giants were shut out 23-0 at home by Carolina. Eli threw 3 interceptions. 2006 was more of the same. Wild inconsistency. 24 touchdowns, but 18 interceptions. Brilliant stretches, like 4 touchdowns in an overtime thriller against the Eagles. Then brutal stretches, where turnovers piled up. The Giants limped to 8-8 and snuck into the playoffs. Against the Eagles in the wild card, Eli kept them in the game with 161 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. The team collapsed late, losing 23-20 on a last-second David Akers field goal. The "is Eli actually good" debate raged, but through it all, the struggles, the turnovers, the inconsistency, there were those flashes, those clutch moments, those game-winning drives, and Eli never missed a start. The Iron Man streak had begun. By 2007, he'd thrown for over 3,000 yards and 23 touchdowns, but nobody thought he was elite. He was just solid. A game manager. Maybe he'd win you some games if everything around him was perfect. Then the playoffs came, and everything changed. Chapter 2. The Turning Point. The 2007 Wild Card Miracle. The 2007 Giants stumbled into the playoffs at 10-6, a wild card team. Nobody gave them a shot. They'd have to win every game on the road. First stop, Tampa Bay. Raymond James Stadium, Eli's first career playoff game. And what did he do? He went 20 for 27 for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. A 117.1 passer rating. Mistake-free football. Giants win 24-14, his first career playoff victory. Next, the number 1 seed Dallas Cowboys in Texas Stadium. Tony Romo, Terrell Owens, Jason Witten. The Cowboys were Super Bowl favorites, but Eli was surgical. 12 for 18, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. A ridiculous 132.4 passer rating. The Giants upset Dallas 21-17, and the football world was stunned. Then came the NFC Championship in Green Bay, Lambeau Field, in January. -1 degree at kickoff, wind chill of -23. The coldest NFC Championship game in history. Brett Favre was trying for one last ring at home. Eli went 21 for 40 for 251 yards, no touchdowns, but here's the thing, 0 interceptions. In those brutal conditions, he didn't make a single mistake. He protected the ball, moved the chains, and led the Giants to overtime. Lawrence Tynes kicked the winner. Giants 23, Packers 20. Somehow, impossibly, the Giants were going to the Super Bowl, and Eli had gone 4-0 in the playoffs without losing his cool. Eazy-E was about to face his biggest test. Facing perfection. February 3rd, 2008, Super Bowl 42. The New York Giants versus the undefeated 18-0 New England Patriots. Let's be clear what the Patriots were. This wasn't just a great team. This was the greatest offensive machine the NFL had ever seen. Tom Brady threw 50 touchdowns in the regular season. Randy Moss caught 23 of them, both NFL records. They'd scored 589 points, averaging 37 per game. They demolished everyone. They were 18-0. Chasing history, trying to become only the second team ever to go undefeated, the first since the 1972 Dolphins. 36 years earlier, they'd beaten opponents by an average of nearly 20 points. Patriots were favored by 12 points. Nobody gave the Giants a chance. This wasn't David versus Goliath. This was David versus a Goliath who'd never lost, never stumbled, and was about to cement itself as the greatest team ever. Eli Manning was about to face Tom Brady, the future GOAT. The helmet catch. The game was a defensive war. The Giants' defense somehow kept Brady in check, but with 2:42 left in the fourth quarter, the Patriots took the lead 14-10. The perfect season was one drive away. Eli took the field on his own 17-yard line. 83 yards to go, 2:39 left, 1 timeout. The world watching. 3rd and 5 from the Giants' 44, 1:15 left. The pocket collapsed instantly. Patriots pass rushers Jarvis Green, Adalius Thomas, and Richard Seymour all had their hands on Eli. He was going down. The play was dead. Perfection was safe. But somehow, Eli escaped. He squirmed, twisted, stayed on his feet, and heaved the ball downfield to David Tyree. Tyree leaped. Patriots safety Rodney Harrison was draped all over him, and in midair, Tyree pinned the ball against his helmet with one hand and came down with it. 32 yards, first down. It was impossible. The kind of play that makes you believe in miracles. 4 plays later, Eli hit Plaxico Burress in the corner of the end zone with 35 seconds left. Final score, Giants 17, Patriots 14. Eli's final line, 19 for 34, 255 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, an 87.3 passer rating, Super Bowl MVP. The perfect season was over. The greatest team ever assembled had fallen, and Eli Manning, the kid nobody believed in, had just completed one of the greatest playoff runs in NFL history. 4 games, 4 wins, all on the road. 72 for 119 passing, 854 yards, 6 touchdowns, only 1 interception, a 95.7 playoff passer rating. There will never be another Eli Manning, the fourth quarter killer. But that wasn't luck. That was who Eli was. Easy E with ice in his veins. In his career, Eli led 27 fourth-quarter comebacks. 27 times he took the field losing, clock ticking, and delivered victory. In 2011, he led multiple late-game drives and set the single-season record for fourth-quarter touchdown passes with 15. It wasn't luck. That calm they called Easy Eli became his superpower. 2011, the Redemption Tour. After 2007, doubters returned. It was a fluke. The defense carried him. He's not elite. So in 2011, Eli had the best season of his career. 4,933 yards, 29 touchdowns. He led the league in fourth-quarter comebacks. He dragged the mediocre defense to the playoffs. They beat the Falcons. Then they destroyed the 15-1 Green Bay Packers in Lambeau, 37-20. Aaron Rodgers had just thrown 45 touchdowns and won MVP. Didn't matter. Eli shredded them. Then the 49ers in overtime. A war. Brutal hits. Missed field goals. But Eli led them into field goal range. Tynes nailed it. The Giants were going back to the Super Bowl to face Tom Brady again, breaking Brady twice. February 5th, 2012, Super Bowl 46, the rematch. Brady wanted revenge. The Patriots were favored again, but Eli wasn't scared. He'd already beaten them once. The game came down to the final drive. Again, Giants down 17-15, 3 minutes 46 seconds left. Eli took over at his own 12-yard line. 88 yards to a championship. And Eli delivered. He hit Mario Manningham on a perfect sideline throw for 38 yards. One of the greatest catches in Super Bowl history. Manningham's toes tapped in bounds, with a defender all over him. First down after first down. The Patriots couldn't stop him. With 57 seconds left, Ahmad Bradshaw fell into the end zone. Final score, Giants 21, Patriots 17. Eli's final line, 30 for 40, 296 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, a 103.7 passer rating, Super Bowl MVP. Again, 2 rings, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 wins over Tom Brady, the GOAT, in the biggest games of their lives. Eli Manning owned Tom Brady when it mattered most. Chapter 3. The Fall and Legacy, the Iron Man. From November 21, 2004 to November 23, 2017, Eli Manning started 210 consecutive regular season games, the second longest streak by a quarterback in NFL history. Think about that. 13 straight years. Through injuries, through bad teams, through constant pressure. He played through a separated shoulder, ankle sprains, a torn plantar fascia, teammates went down, offensive lines crumbled, coaches were fired. But Eli showed up every single Sunday. In 2017, the Giants were 2-9. Head coach Ben McAdoo benched Eli for Geno Smith, ending the streak. The decision was so unpopular, McAdoo was fired 2 weeks later. The fans rioted because benching Eli Manning wasn't just a football decision, it was disrespect. The decline. From 2013 to 2019, the Giants were a mess. Bad offensive lines, mediocre weapons, terrible coaching. Eli took a beating. His stats declined. The turnovers piled up. But even in those dark years, there were flashes. In 2015, at 34, he threw for 4,436 yards and 35 touchdowns. His best statistical season ever, behind one of the worst offensive lines in football. On September 17, 2019, Eli was benched for rookie first-round draft pick Daniel Jones. His time was over. On January 22, 2020, he retired. Hall of Fame. Should Eli be in the Hall of Fame? The stats say no. 244 interceptions, 84.1 passer rating, 4 Pro Bowls, never an All-Pro. But the moments say yes. 2 Super Bowl rings, 2 MVPs, the helmet catch, beating the only undefeated team in the Super Bowl era, the Iron Man streak, 27 game-winning drives. The Hall of Fame isn't just stats, it's impact, it's moments. Joe Namath is in the Hall with a 50.1% completion rate. Why? 1 guarantee, 1 championship. Eli has 2. And here's the truth. Eli Manning belongs in Canton. When it mattered most, when the lights were brightest, when the stakes were highest, he delivered. Eli Manning was never the most talented, never the flashiest, never the one everyone believed in. But when the world counted him out, when the pressure was crushing, when perfection stood in his way, he rose up and became something more. He wasn't just a quarterback, he was a giant killer, a dynasty breaker, the man who owned the GOAT when it mattered most. There will never be another player who was so doubted and delivered so often. There will never be another quarterback who took down the greatest team ever assembled twice. There will never be another Eli Manning. If this story gave you chills, smash that subscribe button. Drop a comment with your favorite Eli moment. Was it the helmet catch? Let us know. End Zone Exposed is where the truth always scores.